Yay, we're live. Okay. Gonna link. We actually started like right on time for once.
Weird. Weird.
Early stream hype, says Al. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for, but we'll see.
An amount of time.
An amount of time. I can go for however long you want, so whatever.
We'll see.
We'll see. Gonna go ahead and turn that on, and also turn on screen share
Come on, Trader.
for Landon.
Yay! Trader, come here. Trader.
Trader.
Stop being a little bitch. Stop being you, Trader. Come on.
All right.
Look.
I'll wait for
Trader,
you to.
You're such a bitch. You made me spill my water slightly.
Trader, not hype, but with the seems good. All right. Well, you ready, Landon?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we just got done with an escape room, right?
Yeah, we did the the steam room or
Long
whatever.
hallway,
It was
huh?
like where all the coal and everything was.
Right. Oh yeah, that's what we did. Okay. The hallway that left the cargo room headed straight toward the stern.
Oh, never
Let's
mind.
check it out.
We did the cargo room, which
Oh
was after
yeah,
that.
yeah. We found the coffin and the gun was inside.
Yeah.
Junpei and the other three proceeded down it silently. Some distance along it, a large room opened up on the left-hand side. It looked familiar. An iron grate covered each of the elevators. Junpei and his companions drew to a stop and began to discuss what their next move should be.
We've seen this elevator before.
But from the other side.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Yep.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
That is what happened. Thank you for the recap, actually.
And now we're back here.
Thank you. This is the one time.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
Except we're on the other side. Junpei approached the elevator.
We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gently, he pushed the triangular button on the wall.
Forcefully, he inserted his penis into the triangular button on the wall.
A moment passed. Ellipses.
It works.
It works? The elevator door opened and then eventually shut again.
I think so.
Cool. Pushing the button had apparently restored power to the elevator.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
All right.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck?
Sure.
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
Yeah, sure.
I agree. Let's go.
Probably a large dildo.
That'd be fun. Their decision made, Junpei and his companions left the elevators behind and continued down the hallway. Sometime later,
Looks like it ends here.
Santa, who had been walking several paces in front of the rest, suddenly stopped.
Only one door.
They searched around just in case.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
It was the door or nothing.
All right.
It's
Let's open it.
nerf or nothing. Junpei took a deep breath, readied himself, then grabbed the doorknob and pulled the door open. He paused for a moment, then stepped through into the room. And there he saw the number that had hung over their heads since they'd woken up. There it is! 9.
The 9 door.
Like
The
the numbers
nine
on
door.
like the numbers on every other door, this one too was a rough shape made of red paint. Its door was set into the back wall of the room. Sorry, I was taking a drink. Junpei leapt toward it with a sudden burst of hopeful energy. It was a large double door, heavy and full of solemn importance. He grabbed the door handle and shook.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Vacant. The red sat on the wall next to the door. Displayed on it.
Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Junpei felt himself overwhelmed by a torrent of emotion. At last, they'd found the exit, but cold gripped his heart, and he knew all too well why. As he stood, frozen, unsure of what to think or feel.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look!
He had
Behind
been
you!
stabbed.
He spun around, and couldn't believe what he saw.
What? A 9?
We already know. There's two of them.
Another one.
Thanks, game.
Why? Junpei's voice was barely audible, even to himself. He stumbled toward the second door, as if somehow compelled. It was a small single door. It sat in the starboard corner of the room, on the same wall as the door they'd entered from, but the opposite corner.
It's 9, no matter how you look at it.
I mean,
Red is
if you
there
look at
too.
it upside down, it's a
So
6.
this is a real
so,
Junpei's an idiot. Though.
yeah, come on, Junpei.
Come on, you freak.
Excuse me. Junpei shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself.
Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Santa who answered.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can't seek
We've
away.
heard this.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only one.
True. I mean, especially considering there's only been one of each other numbered door so far.
After all, why would there be more than one?
Oh, man.
That's not what he said. He said,
Jeez.
For it. There are
He
2
said,
doors.
"Gah."
That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind. Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9. Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9.
Yep.
Take 1, 2, 7, 8, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9.
So everyone can survive, except the 9th man was a fucking idiot.
Or 2, 3, 4, 9. and
'Cause
1, 5,
he
6,
was a
7, 8.
coward.
The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work, and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean? The answer's simple. From the very
Still do
beginning,
out the 9th man because
the Nonary game was
You
designed
know,
to
yeah.
save
he's
all
just
9 people.
he's just 9.
That's how it was meant to be.
So you're just adding 9 onto whatever.
True.
Zero didn't lie.
Give me just a second.
Okay. Helpful commentary for this moment where Jack has abandoned us.
I'm sorry, I didn't abandon you. I've been a little sick today, and I had to blow my nose. So,
He never said there'd be only one 9 door. But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out.
yep.
One team would likely betray or deceive the other.
It's not that bad. My nose has just been running a little bit.
Someone might be hurt.
Oops.
Someone might get killed.
We've already had one person get killed.
But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was.
Yep.
There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other.
And yet we still did.
They'd understand and be appalled, overwhelmed with guilt at what they'd done.
This game was designed for that purpose. This Nonary game.
It's pretty cruel when you think about
We
it.
were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But
Cool.
if there had been one slip up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
I mean, in general, this game is pretty cruel, but, you know. The thought of it sent a chill down his spine.
So, what are we going to do, Junpei?
A voice broke through Junpei's frantic thoughts. Santa's voice.
Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do we do?
What do you...
Find everyone else, probably.
We need to think about our next step.
And ideally Snake, too.
Our numbers are 1, 3,
We already know
5,
where he
and 6.
is.
That's a digital root of 6.
Snake?
The four of
Yeah.
us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait, don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now?
What now?
Find everyone else. It took him no time at all to determine the answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would give a digital root of 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. That would mean
No, we gotta go back.
that wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Santa and Ace agreed.
Yep.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Why does Santa give a shit?
Junpei let out a breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
No.
Okay. Hey.
June's body betrayed her true feelings. Her eyes were wet from with the beginnings of tears, and her legs shook. Aw.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Santa had said what Junpei had known the moment he realized which 3 people could go through the door.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest.
Cool.
Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
No. Atlanta.
Oh, right.
I've been to Atlanta.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. Perhaps it was the sudden reassurance that no one wanted to leave June behind, but Junpei laughed harder than he had in some time. Santa and Ace smiled.
You guys.
June blinked tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't seem to know what else to say.
Very well. Best we head back to C-Deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, 7, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
Even as Ace spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation.
But even with all 7 of us,
Ace knew it. They all knew it.
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Ace looked at all 3 of them and then turned and headed through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Santa and June followed.
Huh.
Junpei started toward the door and then stopped.
Come to think of it,
Yeah?
what is this room?
It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was
We
it?
were so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
A red carpet ran between 2 columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. But what kind?
I don't know. Look at the coffin.
Facing the 9 door was the carpet leading to the bow of the ship, excuse me. And at the end, it's a coffin. Was it an altar, perhaps?
No.
There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting on top of the platform was a coffin.
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
What on earth is a coffin? But before
What on earth
Junpei,
is a coffin?
but before Junpei had time to answer that question.
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Yeah, okay. Santa's voice echoed in from the hall outside.
Right, okay. I'll be right there.
Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room.
I like to think that Junpei was looking at the coffin between his legs. The way that the camera panned down
Yeah.
to the carpet.
Oop, knock knock. Oh, we're just gonna ignore that. Okay.
Oh yeah, no one's in the room.
True.
It's a teaser for the future.
They took the elevator up to C-Deck. Once there, they headed back toward the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long.
Look, it's...
Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy.
We've got a problem.
Yeah?
Clover is gone.
Uh-oh.
What?
Junpei and his 3 companions looked at one another. Oh, where are we on the flow, by the way? Oh, okay. I guess we're either going to be coming up to a choice or we're going to be forced into one, depending on if we had done everything that we needed for the other choice so far. So. Okay. He turned back to Seven and Lotus.
What do you mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
When?
Why?
You two
Where?
went to door 1 with Clover,
Who?
didn't you?
Chief?
McLeod? Seven and Lotus responded as best they could.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
Would that be the door with the captain in it?
Could be.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Maybe not.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
Unless she, like, moved the corpse.
And it was open.
Oh no, this would be the room.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. You figured that much out.
Yeah.
Clover's gone.
That's wild.
Never mind.
Junpei thought for a moment.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern. Resolve?
Very well. Then.
Concern?
Best separate and look for Clover.
Go watch the Great Ace Attorney 2 VODs.
We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Yeah.
There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Ellipses. Junpei and June ran into the central hospital room and looked around.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
Bed?
Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room.
They didn't even look under the beds. How dare.
Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. Are we still before the choice? Oh, nope, we're here.
On a path.
Well, this is the path we were given. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs, and Junpei spoke.
All right. I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
I mean, sure, but, like, that seems like it would just make it confusing for him to, you know, he might slip up and say her real name when they're in the group. There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June, even when they were alone, although perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he'd used when they were children. Canny. Or Connie? Probably Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. Wait, aren't they like 25? Or no,
21.
they were 21, that's right.
Yeah.
So,
Because
yeah.
June 21st.
Right. She is June 21st. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. I mean, she doesn't seem to mind calling him Jumpy, so...
Yeah.
Of course, to call her Miss Kurashiki would be even more awkward, and simply Kurashiki would seem a little brusque. And although he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen one another for so long. In short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful, Kane.
June, or perhaps more appropriately Connie, blushed and
You
smiled.
be careful too, Jumpy.
Aw.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
And
Jun-
then she turns around and stabs him.
Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs and then turned around and took off for the hallway. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. Sex. Excuse me. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat, slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, and her skin, smooth and pale as always. Oh, she's dead. Was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. All his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk towards Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse. No rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something, somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind, told him that meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. She was dead. She is no longer alive. There was a
She is deceased.
Yeah. Gone to the other side. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife, then? Sent to the Shadow Realm, said Al. Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once.
Perhaps she lost a children's card game.
Fuck. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort in knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only
Yeah.
two in the
We know. Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Well, yeah, no shit. Or perhaps more accurately, the one person who would gain the most by obtaining the bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The only thought had just... fuck. The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when... he heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain. There was heat, extreme heat, as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? But where? His body was quickly growing numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the cold leaking out, the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. Oh, this music. Banger.
Going too hard.
Yeah, what the fuck?
As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker.
I was just enjoying the music. Two tiny images of the killer reflecting in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry, and he began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward, Soon, it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. Yay! We died!
Yeah,
bad end!
Bad end. That's a bad end.
Bad end. Rip Junpei. Would you like to say it? Yeah. Cool. So, fuck. Okay, so
would be that we go up back to the first choice, that choice we made, to that last door.
This one right here? Oh, sorry. The one with the 3 branching paths?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we go through door number 2.
Yeah. Seems like we got an ending pretty quick this time.
Yeah, that'll get us another ending. And then we need to figure out a way to get the third bad ending. It would require us to somehow undo choices we made.
Well, I mean, like I said, we can jump wherever we want, so,
Yeah. But we still, I don't know how the game recognizes that we don't want to follow a path for the requirements of the coffin ending.
Right. Well, here's what I'll say we do. I know we just started like a half hour ago, but I have to pee, so I'm gonna break real quick.
Okay.
Since we just got an ending. Alright,
okay.
BRB. I'm back.
Hi, back.
Hi, Landon. Hi, Al.
Hi, Trader.
God. This is a good game.
Too bad we died.
Yeah, it sucks that we died, but, you know, we can fix that.
Al says hi.
Hi. Yeah. God, now that, like, you know, we've started, you know, we're, like, deep into this game, I kind of want... Part of me really wants to, like, jump right into Virtue's Last Reward right after this.
We haven't even gotten the good ending.
I know, but, like... Well, first of all, Virtue's Last Reward is my favorite in the series. And then I'm probably going to put off playing the third game for a while because it's by far my least favorite.
But Jack.
Yeah.
Justice for all.
I know. We gotta get to Justice for All. Okay. So, you want to go back to this one?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can get another... The second of the 3 bad endings.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. And then we can, like, go back here, probably. And then, like, start doing all of the choices that we skipped out on originally. Because, like, there's a lot of shit here that's, like, you know, got the keys for here, but, there's 2 keys here, key here, key here, key here. A lot of shit that we need to do. So, yeah. Boy, you know what's gonna be fun? You know how many endings Virtue's Last Reward has?
20?
I want to say 30.
Oh, gross.
But no, trust me, Virtue's Last Reward is great. Okay, so we'll go here. I remember it being 30 anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just
Is there
checking,
a...
but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Okay. Skip. They fight. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we need to go through door 2.
My choice is door 2.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
No.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Why would he choose to go through door 2 anyway? Like, wouldn't he want to go with June?
Yeah, I don't know.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never known it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched the papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and 6.
And I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it so that he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out.
Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
What do you mean I got lucky? Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Alright. So we know who's going through door 2. That'd be me, Lotus, and Junpei.
7 plus 8 plus 5 equals
The
20.
only problem's the other 2 teams.
June and I want door 6.
Clover and I choose door 1.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people.
Just group together. Sucks that we're not going to be with Ace.
It's true.
Everyone was silent. Then suddenly Clover spoke, her face blank and cold.
Why don't Santa and June go into door 1 with Ace?
Huh?
Well,
They looked at one another. 3 plus 6 plus 1 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Rip being with Ace, says Al. Finally, Ace spoke.
Then what will you do, Clover?
I'll be waiting at the stairs. You guys are coming back here, right? That's what
She
Seven
won't
was
be there.
saying, wasn't it?
That had been what Seven said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
Yep,
Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9.
that's how the game works.
I'm sorry.
That's how it is.
I just want to be by myself.
So it be.
Understandable.
You understand, right?
Yeah. Let the girl
No.
grieve.
But her brother's not dead.
I know, but she doesn't know that.
But she does know that in an alternate reality.
Yeah, true. There was no emotion on her face, but it was drawn and pale, and her eyes were red. No one had the heart to contradict her. The room grew very quiet. Silence drifted down over everything like a blanket of fresh snow. It was Santa who finally spoke.
All right, I'm going through door 1. That all right with you, June?
Yes.
June nodded.
Well, we'll be going then.
Let's move too.
Well, if she's going to go through the, if she's not going to go through a door, that means she's not going to get the bracelet.
Yeah.
Right.
The Zero bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else could end up taking it off the body, though.
True. And just like that, their paths were set.
I won't see June for a while, but this was my choice. I'm just going to have to suck it up. Seven said we'd all see each other again, and I'm going to believe that.
He took strength from that thought.
The other group went to A deck to go through door 1. Clover joined them. Our group is on our way too. We're heading to the bottom deck using the elevators.
I wonder what we'll find down there.
Nothing.
Door 2. They stepped off of the elevator and headed for door 2.
We ready?
Yep.
Yeah, anytime.
I'll go first.
We saw you die. One by one, they put their palms into the recognition device, and 3 asterisks blinked to life on its screen.
Let's go!
The door opened, and they leapt inside.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
Alright,
Junpei looked around again.
this hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Something tells me the one is
Don't
one,
forget
the one we're
last
going
at the end
through.
of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, sure.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one
Jerk.
next to it.
Jerk.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
Jerk.
Okay, I definitely read that as, well, I guess I'd better get stabbed too.
Whoops.
Oh, seek a way out. Confinement room, Jesus Christ. Confinement room front hallway.
Confinement area.
Excuse me. Alright, give me just a second. Blow my nose again.
You should pull up the flow.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here. So I wonder how choosing this path leads to here.
Through whatever that door is.
Yeah. I wonder what even happened. I forget what even happened in this one, but oh well. We'll worry about that later.
I think that's
Don't look into it. We'll find out later. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it.
I think that's doors 7, 8, and 3.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here, but I don't think there's anything going on with the sink. The faucet is too hard to turn. This mirror seems really high. In fact, it's so high that it's kind of hard to see your reflection in it. I can just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. It looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. Probably. There's a gross bed. It's a blanket. Not really a great one, but still. This light's barely enough to see by, but I feel like I'm a ghost. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost in here or something. What's the deal with the lighting here? There's just this one beam of light. Oh, fuck yeah. Ah! Damn it, I hate it when I go to take a shit and the toilet tells me math.
I also hate it when the toilet knows hexadecimal.
Yeah. For some reason, I brain farted on hexadecimal for a second, but yeah.
Still math.
I can just barely make out the string for the toilet, but I can get a hold of it. Damn it.
Damn it.
It kind of pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch. Just step on the toilet. What is this? 14 equals E. God damn it, Junpei. Anything else in here we can click on? Not really. Alright, well, we will probably come back here. Stool. There's a simple chair over here where the light doesn't shine. Arrgh, matey.
Arrgh, matey?
God damn it. No matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge.
Jesus.
How the hell am I supposed to open it?
You could smash it.
Yeah, I could. I think it's just the two directions, so, yeah. Let's leave. What the fuck?
That's weird.
What the hell is this supposed to be? Looks like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. Well, we can turn this faucet, but there's no water.
Damn. What's the point of that?
There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore.
Hey, don't call my bed a mess. Ah.
Okay. A symbol on a toilet lid, huh? Well, yes.
It fell off. Like most things, it wasn't meant to be attached.
True. And he takes it anyway.
see an empty toilet paper roll, I just take it. What do you think Trader and I eat?
Screwdriver shaft. Let's combine these. We got a screwdriver.
Hey, let's get that tile.
Yeah. Alright. There's a tile stuck in the drain. Well, never mind.
What? Fuck you, game. We solved your riddle.
If 7 sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something?
Not at all.
Oh, I see. I don't trust it. I don't trust like that.
Same.
Alright. There's nothing in here. Fuck. Alright. Sure. We have a desk drawer now.
Oh, what's that?
That looks interesting.
Is that just the handle?
There's a bump on the back. That sounds about right. L says desk drawer hype. Alright. Okay, well, I think that's everything from in here.
Do you remember if there was screws on the last desk?
I don't think there was, but we can go look. Nope.
Damn.
Alright. Well, what's up, Lotus? This is a wiggly.
No, that's a river, you dimwit.
Alright. It's just hanging from the wall.
Take it. Steal it.
Moon.
Moon.
What a filthy, disgusting moon. That's so rude.
Absolutely rude. Wow.
Excuse me again for a second.
You're so heavy, Trader.
Boy, I hope this goes away before my show on Thursday. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew. It's horrible. You gotta wipe your ass with something.
He very much wants to touch it, though.
This toilet is disgusting. That thing, do you? Alright, I'll sit on it and take a shit. This toilet is vile. That's funny. Half-used toilet paper? Well, it's old and it's kind of grossing me out, but there's nothing suspicious about it. Oh, okay. A towel. Interesting.
We have to combine the two mirrors.
Okay.
Or, I don't know.
I guess we'll see. Let's look at it. Well, it looks like a towel. I mean, it's very much one mirror combined with the other mirror. Why does everyone keep calling her old?
How old is Lotus?
You know what? I'll look it up. You stay spoiler free, please.
I'll just read all of the endings. Thanks.
No.
Did you know you get dead in the knife ending?
Whoa. Let's see. She is 31. So really not that old.
Wow, so old.
Base Jack trying to keep Lennon spoiler free. Listen, this game has a lot of twists and turns. I'm just trying to, I don't want Landon to run into another he finds out that Gregson dies situation.
Hey, did you know Gregson dies?
What?
You would know that if you watched our Great Ace Attorney VODs, you fucking cowards.
Spoilers for the Great Ace Attorney 2. Center room screwdriver. Or screwdriver, Jesus Christ. Drawer.
Also, spoilers for Pokemon Nuzlocke.
True.
Pokemon Diamond. Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke. We also miss Gregson.
Interesting. There's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. So let's, Knob. Cool.
Oh, our screwdriver went away.
No!
But we got knob.
We've got knob. Sweet.
No, knob.
Taking a drink. Duh. Just watch. Anytime now. So what if... Can we use the towel? The sink is totally filled with water.
Probably not.
Nope. Alright, we can't do anything with the water.
Let's check the other side.
Meow. Trader's here for the 999 stream. No, wait.
Trader's always here for the 999 stream.
Oh, you got water over. Hey, there we go. Got a tile. But what does it mean?
Our first of many.
What does it mean? 14. Oh.
E.
Hup. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. You gonna dry it off first? He was about to turn away when... Murder! There was a noise behind him.
What the...
He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man?
Ugh.
You're sweating like crazy. Are you alright?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
I'm allergic to water. His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off his face and staining his shirt.
That's
Gross.
definitely more than just a little dizzy.
Yeah, you good,
Are
my
you
man?
sure? You don't look so good.
You should lay
he's
down.
fine. No, he's fine.
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted, as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, he has amnesia. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh. He shook his head several times, as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back.
Oh yeah.
I think I've been here before.
What? 9 years ago.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room.
9 hours ago.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Like, Nona.
What? Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand.
Understand the word light?
Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there.
The little pointy thing right there.
I feel like I'm this close to
let's check it
remembering
out.
everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly, he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
What?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared at as Seven continued.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right.
9 kids total.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise, and he began to mumble to himself again.
The hole's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's got to be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Tell me. Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Okay, jeez. Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago. You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age.
Where
They
had
all
these
just
16 boys and girls disappeared
Nobody knew
to?
why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day.
That's
So
not
you're saying you
9.
were
Yeah, what the
investigating
fuck?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Or
I guess I found
a digital root of 9.
There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it.
Ellipses.
That's why I went to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags.
Was one of them Will Smith?
There was something about the way they moved as they
One
were
of the
carrying.
bags or one of the guys in black suits?
I mean, one of the men in black.
No doubt about it. There were human
yes.
beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. I felt metal touch the back of my head. Drop the gun. He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
Uh-oh.
A drug?
A drug? But I'm
That was my
allergic.
last thought.
No.
My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down.
I knew it.
I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more.
Maybe even 9.
Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left.
Sounds like a
It's coming from
whale.
under the bed? I hauled him and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent. The wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship?
Yeah.
It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit?
Probably not.
I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
Out of context, out of context, it just looks like he's taking a shit.
And then I took a shit.
Yeah. How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
And after I
also
finished,
say that.
after I finished taking his shit,
Yeah.
after I finished taking my shit, I got to work on the metal grate.
Finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Oh, right. Sorry, I spaced. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
Hey. What happened after that?
He'd waited long enough. But Seven shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven?
I have to know.
Did you save them?
Tell.
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died.
Uh-oh.
A girl, I think.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked. Yup. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself.
Going by what he said,
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together and instead began thinking everything over.
the children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment.
Experiment, in brackets.
Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Okay, we're back. Anyway. Let's try. I don't suppose we can do anything here. At least not yet. Actually, let me look in the sink. Never mind. Can't see. Let's go through here. Emergence. The tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. We only have one tile.
Well, you better go get the rest.
Well, alright then. Ah, well. All right. Well, I guess we can try putting the tile into this sink. Nope, I guess not. Well, let's examine it. Let's see. Welp. What haven't we checked yet?
We have that drawer now with the mirror on it, right?
True. Oh, yeah. We could probably use this mirror to reflect the light.
Well, we've got the mirror. Junpei, shut the fuck up.
I get it. I don't get it.
There's those weird symbols on the wall.
I know. I'm gonna remember this.
Alright. See what the other light does.
4, 7.
Hmm.
4 and 7. Okay.
Sun and moon. 4 and 7. Do you want to go play with some toilets? Trader, shush. We're almost done with this puzzle room.
What if we, are we actually almost done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's see here.
Pull the string.
Alright, so the moon is 7, right?
Yeah.
Second time. And a third time. I love, like, the one frame animation of it being pulled down.
Yeah.
Fifth time. Sixth consecutive time. And 7. Huh?
No, not that. Alright, let's go do the other toilet.
Alright. One. 2. 3. And 4. There it is again.
Time to go back to the dark room. The drawer.
Oh. There we go. Another 14. And another one. Okay. Do we need to use the towel for anything?
I don't think so.
Really? Are the mirrors just like a red herring?
No, they. I mean, one of them runs the water, the other one pulls up, type deal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So the tell is just to show you how that they're like the one that runs will pull up into the other.
Oh, well, that's... I mean, I could
Yeah.
figure that out.
Oh yeah, but
We're still in rooms? What the fuck? Alright,
I think there's supposed to be one more tile.
I see.
Oh, go to Lotus's room.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay. Okay.
And then use the the mirror drawer, I think, on the desk, or maybe the other
Oh,
drawer.
right, right.
Whichever one has the bump.
There we go. Got another one.
Okay,
Sweet.
all four. Now we can go deal with the E's.
E. Okay. All right.
Trader, we won. Come on. Or
It's an
run away.
E.
I don't really care.
Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. I mean, I kind of do. You found it.
Yay!
Yay! They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. And... Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of water, and I have to pee again, so...
The fuck?
We'll be right back.
What the fuck, Jack?
Listen, I'm sorry, but like you gotta stay hydrated when you blow your nose a lot. So
Just don't drink anything.
Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Oh boy, another room.
We just
What the hell is this place?
Oh, fuck yeah, an electric chair. The words
Where
had
did-
sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. Nope, it's another escape room. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Torture.
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
It probably is.
It's ketchup.
On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Junpei, I think you know what these are for.
What are these tools for?
That's not something
Don't
I
ask.
even want to think about.
Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it, and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Oh boy.
Find a way out.
Seek a way out.
Find that way out, Jack. You can do
There's... My god, I can't believe we never made a reference to No Way Out in this
There's
Let's
no-
Play.
it. Yeah. Oh.
Thinking back on you and me remembering. The cables sure don't look very pleasant. Something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I mean, sure, but... Nah, we'll look around first.
First.
There's a whole lot of cables coming out of that thing. It's really kind of a mess.
Well,
Yeah. We,
work better.
Ah,
and
fuck.
Get them all cleaned up.
I clicked off the game. My bad.
How dare you?
I mean, I guess so. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, we'll go back first. Oh, well, alright.
Nice.
So we have 10, 10, 10, and 9.
Hmm.
Okay. So is the goal to just have 9 in all 4 corners? Or... Let's do that for every switch.
I don't think we can do anything with it yet.
Yeah, true. Well, let's see. Top left switch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, top right is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, 11, 9, 6, 13. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. Oh boy, what do we have here? It's ketchup and mustard.
And
let's push some buttons.
okay.
Back you come. I don't think that did anything. Alright, let's look over here. Ha! Shoot.
Why are they all rusted? Why would you let it get this bad?
It's probably water. If I had to guess. Got a hole. Ugh, God, excuse me.
Hmm.
Let's look over here. I mean, you say that as if, like, everything in this room wasn't placed here deliberately. A wrench.
Saying that it's not? Or that it is?
Let's see here. Alright. Well, let's see. Is there anything? I mean, I'm sure there is something we can do with this wrench, but...
Have you seen, haven't we gone past the water tank yet?
It's just water going somewhere. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. No, is that a dead shark?
Living shark.
There's a couple of letters and... it's dead. Man. E, D, B, and F. Poor shark. Didn't deserve this. Alright. Does that change anything for this? No.
Solve the puzzle.
Oh, does it?
So how many did each one turn on?
It's 11, 9, 6, and 13.
Just do all the ones besides the one that's 9. Check that.
Nope.
No?
Oh, that worked. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase.
Execute. Execute. Alright, time to shove someone in this chair.
Oh boy. Not even a little. Okay. Okay.
What?
We need to unlock the thing. Oh, I guess we gotta use the wrench on the cover.
Key. Could be something dangerous in there. There could also be nothing in there.
Arm into the hole.
It's small, cold, and hard.
The sun key.
That's what she said. Huzzah! Let's do it.
There we go. Just seems unlikely. Okay. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
Oh boy!
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. That poor shark.
Shark.
Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
After her words made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look,
Fucking bitch.
do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters.
You have kids?
Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
No. Tell them they owe me
You got
$5
kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Wait, what?
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
Wait! Nona?
Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying.
And what other name?
He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. Actually, this game takes place in 2026, is that right? Or 2027-ish? She'd be like 40, actually.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Seven looked just as shocked as... Did I read that already? He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No, it couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
Because I met her.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Where?
On this
Here.
The summer of ska.
The summer of ska.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei and turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then...
And then...
That was when...
And that was when...
From there, it looked like... just as if...
You know, they could just skip this. They don't have to give us, like, bits and pieces.
No, we need this.
That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
Oh, I guess on the wiki it says 31 and 40, so probably 31 would have been 9 years
A few
ago.
months passed.
That makes sense.
Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually,
Jack, remember that time something really
there was
bad
no
happened to
way I
you?
could do it.
Remember the time?
Remember the time?
Hey, Peter, remember the time?
But I'm still a mother.
Hey,
Couldn't simply
Peter,
forget
remember the
something
time?
that happened to my children.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Lois.
Hey, Lois, remember the time?
So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
God himself.
That'd be fucked up.
Have you heard of them before?
What if Zero is God?
No.
Oh, man.
It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for
The
a while,
hospital.
I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment? I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Got
Telepathy.
all of this telepathy shit.
That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Lotus grunted. 7 had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
Yep.
Then, in that moment of silence,
Oh shit. A cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will
will be shut down.
Oh, fuck. Lotus, get in the chair.
System
right.
recovery is estimated to take 1 hour.
Oh, we don't have that kind of time.
If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa. That doesn't sound good.
All right, Lotus, get in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Lotus sat down in the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time and then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Wow, rude. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen
Lotus.
down. Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Okay, so... Oh boy. Okay. What? Oh boy. So we just need to make sure it's 9 on all sides, right?
After the story segment, do the puzzle on the monitor. Use the red curve arrows to rotate the head. On the left side of the head, turn both of the switches to 2. On the right side, turn both the switches to 1.
Right side. So this is the left side?
Yes.
This is the right side, so... Okay, so 2, 1, error. Alright, maybe I had it backwards. There we go. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock.
Too bad Lotus is dead now.
Release subject from restraining device. Oof. Alright. Hell yeah.
That's it.
Hell yeah. You found it.
How far are we down this path now?
I'll
hallway
check in
goes
just
to
a
the
second.
left.
The hallway goes to the left.
We're close to the end.
Oh. Yep, we're about to get another ending.
Yay.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right, let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C deck. The door opened and they stepped off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded at one another and took off running down the long hallway in front of them. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And
Oh.
I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had run for quite some time when they arrived at the door at the end of the hall. That ended the hallway. The Jupiter door was already unlocked.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold.
Oh. What the fuck?
3 people lay dead on the floor, covered in blood.
Why?
June's a killer.
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged toward the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key. Get me the sun key.
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back.
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer.
The murderer.
The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa.
Wowzers.
Clover.
3 dead bodies, ladies and gentlemen.
3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was...
Snake.
No.
Snake eater.
No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Mourning would have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But...
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
How would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door?
That's a good question.
I can't see anything that looks like
It's a door.
Knob or switch or lever or card reader or anything.
Or maybe it's just a very decorative wall.
How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
Whoa, language.
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
I mean, we don't know where the murderer is. There was
For
more
all we
stark.
know.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door. Oh,
No way.
spooky.
It opened by itself.
It's
Convenient.
an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling.
And
about all
inside
this.
is just a Costco.
The other doors are already unlocked, and this one's automatic.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? I don't know. They die too. 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom.
Actually, more.
This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things.
Just kidding.
This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June. No, the code names meant nothing now. Connie, excuse me. Connie. Oh, shit. She's dead, too. Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie, hang on.
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. Oh, she's alive.
Yeah.
She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie.
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Better get her some chapstick. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh, man. Connie. There's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do to not break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you, I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Whoa.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You've just gotta hang on, all right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything.
What's that?
Then he saw it. A small submarine.
A submarine? Wait, what on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back and looked down at her.
Hang on, all right? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No! Don't go. Please, don't go.
Aw.
Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It's 5 a.m. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he sat Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been here. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like a grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Ah, shit! His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. Man! It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arms reached for the hatch.
Oh.
And then he was floating in the water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. Well, no. At the central staircase, there were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who?
Traitor, don't spoil it.
Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Oh, credits. Oh, man. Ugh.
We got a true ending.
We got a true ending.
That's what I said, a true ending.
Yeah. I'm just reiterating what you said.
Okay, good.
Alright. If this were a Spookfest game, somewhere in there would have been the part where I yelled, "Yay, Spookfest!"
Yeah, Spookfest.
Al said, guessing one of them wasn't really dead. Well, I mean, if what we know from the other path is true, then Snake is still alive, so it's a possibility. Yo,
don't know why
shout out
he
to
would-
David Cracker.
David Cracker. I don't know why Snake would want to kill everyone, though.
I mean, he could be Zero.
He could be Zero.
I mean, any one of them could be Zero, really.
I could be Zero.
Yeah. Oh, man. We've gotten
you to shut
two.
up.
We got 2 endings today. Look at us go.
Yeah. I think we could easily get...
The end, or is it?
We could easily get the...
We...
third
I just
bad
got
ending.
it won't you won't see it on screen, but I just got an achievement called "We All Die by a Yellow Submarine."
Perfect.
Oh man, that's funny.
Shut up.
All right.
So
where are we thinking next?
So where do you remember where you actually give Clover the bookmark? Is that in that last escape section?
Giving Clover the bookmark is like here, I think.
Is it in the chart room?
Maybe not that one. I mean, I accidentally clicked on it, so now we're here.
It is, I think, in this room.
Okay. So
if we don't give her the bookmark and finish up this area, then we can get
a different
the
ending.
last of the we can get the last of the bad endings.
Okay. Welp, I am kind of hungry because it's about dinner time for me, and I've yet to eat yet. I'm not quitting the stream. I'm just gonna do another break. So.
Okay. Another break.
Yep. Sorry. Al said I'll probably be leaving to eat dinner in the next 30 minutes. Okay. So, I'll be right back. I'll be quick. I had a thought. Are you still here, Landon? So we don't, we're not going to record tonight until like pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to just like? Did we want to just like? Okay, so here's my suggestion. How about we all like, we stop the stream for now so we can all go eat dinner, and then we can come back after dinner and stream more. Just do like another session. If not, that's cool too. But I mean, I really don't have. I already finished the editing the video that I need to put up tomorrow, so I'm already done with that. So I really don't have anything else to do before we record tonight. So
I get a text message saying, "Hey, come over."
Oh. Was that just now?
Yeah. No, I was just saying if I get a text message.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Then I'd be fine.
Okay. Well, so
I told her that I would be probably free after 6 for a while.
Oh, I see. I see.
So.
Well, I guess I'll leave it up to you guys because I'm free tonight. But I mean, if you want to, we can just keep going. But if not, I mean, like we can just keep going for a little bit, and then Al says he's fine with whatever.
I would say let's play up until Al needs to take a dinner break, and then we can break the stream then.
Okay.
And then we can come back to it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. If you're good to continue for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, because we're going to be able to skip a bunch of text.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too terribly long. It's just going to be replaying through these rooms.
Right. Okay, so let's try and do this as quickly as possible. Clover isn't talking much. Oh no, it's not this room, I don't think. It's I think it's the next room. Yeah, because it's the room that we find the captain's body in.
Okay, yeah. So let's go to the flowchart, go to that.
Yeah.
And then just don't give her the bookmark.
Right. There's red file at monitor.
Just go to the captain's quarters.
Huh.
Or,
okay,
no, this should be
okay, so this is the story section. Okay, so let's just skip. And then we'll have this conversation.
Up until we get the choice.
Yeah, we'll have this conversation with Clover. There's the watch.
You forgot to take the screen thing off.
The screen thing
Zal.
off?
It still says we'll be right back on the stream.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Well, I mean, okay, don't worry about it. We haven't been missing much.
No.
Nope.
This is
too early. Or too late, I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess we just gotta skip the rest of this and then okay. Can't skip this animation now. Yeah, visually you didn't miss anything, so don't worry about it. Okay, so... Oh, those are just, like, viewing the story segments. Okay, so we just have to start again from... I think? Well, let's try this. No, that's different. Damn it, we can't go to the flow. We can't go to the flow during story segments, so we just have to skip it.
To click on something and hope it's the right thing, and then when it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Alice, all ice, ice 9. Blah, blah, blah. Key card. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning of the room. Or maybe it is the last room that we give her the clover, because... Hold on, let me look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Because, just in case of spoilers. We're gonna be right back. Let's see here. Oh, apparently Clover is actually 18.
Huh.
She's just short. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I got the endings. Okay, let's see.
Someone on Steam says that if you jump to a different... if you, like... or you can jump to a different starting room choice. The game remembers your most recent route too. I assume you're doing 471, in which case you can jump over to door 5 and then back to door 1. Then the game will treat it as 571 and put you on the other ending path. The flowchart really makes it easy. So that's an option.
I'm looking at the flowchart right now for the endings, like on the wiki. There are 4 story
Also,
checks.
the wiki says the operating room.
Is that where we give it to her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a second. 4 story checks in the game.
Yeah, that would be before the. That's before the 3-door choice.
So in the hospital room.
Yeah, it's the operating room is where like those mannequins are.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that's where you give her the bookmark.
Okay. So, do we need to go to
Um,
the story segment in... Shit. Okay.
So I think the easiest thing is if we go to the top.
The very top?
Yeah.
Like here?
Yeah, go there, and then we'll just go down that other door path, and then I think we can skip to the choosing door 1, and then that'll qualify us for getting this other ending.
Hmm.
From what people are saying.
Let's see here. Isn't this where we give it to her, though?
We give it to her in the...
Or
like,
no,
in the
yeah, you're right.
room. So it would be like that
Here.
escape room. Yeah. So we could go there, not give it to her, and then skip forward as well.
Okay.
Those are the 2 choices.
So it's either go here or go here.
And play through that door side, or we go there, not give it to her, and then skip forward.
I guess it's up to you. What do you want to do?
We could just go to the operating room, not give it to her, because that's what we were attempting to do here anyway.
Yeah. It was just like earlier than I had thought.
Yeah.
So, is it before the door?
Before the door.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, hold on.
All right, so we'll skip. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll turn skip off.
Let's just get out of here.
Oh, probably need to put the thing back. Oh, wait, no, I already did. Never mind.
We've got the key. Let's use it. That cool with you?
Yeah,
Then it's time to go.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Just forget everything I told you, okay? Don't worry about it, really. I mean it.
All right.
Thank you.
Damn, what the hell took you guys so long?
Hey, we weren't gone that long.
You playing doctor in there or something?
Maybe. Jealous?
Jealous.
All right. I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, all right?
Fine then.
Don't look at me. It's not my car. Better not be my car.
All right. Let's get going.
Hey, man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more...
Why he's so
happy?
serious?
Get a little excited?
Not really.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
Okay.
So now it's locked, based off of the choice there. So now we can just go down.
What's up?
I meant to.
Where's Clover?
Shit.
Just yeah. Yay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So
Nice and easy.
Okay, you have to right click. I was trying to figure out how to zoom out. You have to right click to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So then
So hold on, let me
just go. Okay.
Let me look at the flow real quick just to make sure. So this flow right here was choosing... No, this one was door 2. Is that right? Yeah.
The one where the coffin is, that's where you choose door 1.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
door 1, door 6, door 2. So, let's see.
Yeah, the submarine was door 6.
Okay. So, which door was this one?
For which one?
Like to get to the back in the 3, 7, and 8 doors. Was this door 7?
That was door 7 and 8.
7, 8, and 3.
Yeah, 7, 8, 3. We went down door 7. We took 4, 7, 1 for our original path.
Okay. So
if we take
4, 7,
if
1.
we
Yeah,
do,
that's right. So
if we finish up the door 1 path we're currently on, we'll get the axe ending.
Okay.
Yeah, because we
So we need to go here?
Because we turned off.
This one is door 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's door 1. Yeah, that's the end of door 1.
Okay.
So we should be getting the axe ending by having the choice with Clover turned off.
Yeah.
That's the next door.
Because that is one of the requirements for the coffin ending.
Yep.
This is
doing all the things.
Yep.
Above the ship's interior for A-Deck.
What's wrong?
I found a map for this floor.
I see.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
I should keep this though. Hey, where's Clover?
I know we've seen this already,
hell
but
is
I'm
she up
not
to?
skipping anything just in case.
Okay.
Clover!
Huh?
What's up?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? What the hell is that?
What do you mean? What do you mean nothing?
It's lean.
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is... I wonder...
What the hell?
Come on, we gotta hurry.
Huh? Clover, what's that on your back? A stick? Hey, Clover! What the hell's that thing on your back? Is she
Oh shit, I forgot to change it to novel. Damn it. I hate how it defaults to adventure. Okay. We didn't really miss much, I think.
No.
Okay.
For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
The big stairs. Huh. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His "I see" after reading the map map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace, did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
And not just Ace. Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well.
Really?
Let's join them.
Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B deck at the same time.
Jumpy! Clover!
June's face was excited. Something had happened, that much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. We definitely have seen this already, but whatever.
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
We found it!
What did you find?
Hi!
The last door!
Hi!
We found door 9!
What?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
The rest followed.
Jumpy! We finally made it!
Yay! The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each of them felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Still, if everyone had said that it was door 9, then it probably
Reached the
was.
end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy!
They forgot the colon there. June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
Or, no, never mind. That's just always the way it is. Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while until... C-Deck. They had just reached C-Deck when Clover spoke.
Hey, what about door 2?
Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. Seven spoke.
What about door 2?
Door 2 is the only one we didn't... We haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean?
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
What's the point? Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it. Right? And we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know?
You know?
Or what?
Did you know?
You think all 7 of us should go to door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Yeah, you do have a point.
The others nodded in agreement.
The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2.
They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital room.
The elevator can take us down to door 2.
Who shall go then?
Let's see.
Me. I'm going.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
Yep.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
See?
Can we just go now?
Fine.
Alright, let's get going.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Be careful.
They climbed into the elevator and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. I just wanted to look at the flow real quick. Okay. Yep.
We're good.
Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the
So,
elevator
you guys want to play rock, paper, scissors?
As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
Go with you? Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s.
That's a new portrait
I'm
for
a
her.
mother. Would that be a problem for
It
you?
is. You can see more of her boob.
That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though. I was kidding.
Ace
where
is
was
not
it you
here
wanted
for
to
your
stay?
bullshit.
Yeah.
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Once I kill Lotus, I'll kill you.
Ace's smile was friendly.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. Time seemed to drag as Junpei waited for the others to return.
They're so slow. And what's keeping Ace and Lotus?
Suddenly, the elevator opened. A single person stood there.
Clover! I guess you're the first one back.
It was only Clover inside. He didn't see the rest. She looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposefully stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei.
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Hmm? Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
Her voice was small and timid.
Yeah, I think so.
He repeated his earlier question.
So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet.
Huh?
He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings.
Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
Junpei collapsed.
No. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real.
Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest, and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces.
3, 7.
And?
6.
Yeah, shut up.
But why?
Junpei's voice was flat and broken.
Beat the shit out of Clover.
Clover's response was cold.
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and Seven. That's why I killed them.
Thank you for the math game.
Why?
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
No. No.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself up from what had to be a dream.
No. No.
It couldn't be real. It just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Her smile was wrong, horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from a stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human.
Let's go.
Her hand reached out toward him.
Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door, you...
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this...
Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
That's...
It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0.
The zero bracelet. You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
That...
Oh, this? This is... See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us.
4 plus 5 plus 0 equals 9.
See? So let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess filled with love.
Junpei.
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack, and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him. It looked so soft, so inviting.
Clover.
Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers.
Yeah?
Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movements slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Bad end!
Yeah.
Yay! The achievement, let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, man. The axe ending. Hell yeah. Oh, man. That was fun. Spookfest!
Spookfest!
In March.
We only have 2 endings to go.
Al says
Al's got to eat.
Al says he has to eat. All right. Well,
Yeah.
if you don't get any texts back, we could come back and do more. But we're gonna
Yeah.
stop. We're gonna stop here for now because we have been going for quite a while. I mean, I guess not too long,
Almost
but
3 hours.
almost 3 hours. So yeah, you know, normal stream length. The axe ending was the one ending. Like I mentioned earlier, there's one ending I remember. That was the one. That ending is
The only.
I mean, aside from the true ending, but like, I definitely like vividly remembered that one. It's fucked up. Clover just murders everyone.
Yeah, it's super fucked up.
All right. Well, we might be back. We might not. We'll see. Depends on Landon, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for joining, Al. Al said he will be around if you guys decide to stream later tonight. Cool.
Sweet.
Alrighty then. Thanks for joining, Al, and we might be back. Okay, bye.
Bye.